Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Kelly, and we are going to finish her up today. Now, I have to say again, your emails and messages and all have just been fantastic, and I am so blessed and so thrilled. Like I said, I just want to show basics. I'm not, I'm going to do it this way and then do a different, use different stencils and a little bit of a different way just to show where you could go from something as simplistic as a piece of watercolor paper, Bristol paper, even printer paper to play with. So far we have our girl and lips and the whole thing. So what I want to do first is I'm going to take a red Zig marker, and it's just the Zig. You want something that's waterproof and it doesn't bleed, which like Zig doesn't, Micron, Pigma Microns, Sharpies, all those are good to have. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to fix, I'm going to draw on the outside to fix up kind of where, I'm going to put that there, kind of where I kind of screwed up a little bit. I don't look at it as a screw up. It's, you know, like I said, I'm just kind of outlining a little bit. You can use, if you're using water soluble paints, that's fine too. You know, if you're using a, I don't even know what kind of pens. I know there's 1,000 million different kind of markers on the market. Like I said, if you use Bic, Sharpie, those kind of things, alcohol, you know, based, the Zig, the Micron, those are all great to use. So I'm just kind of giving her a little bit of a smile. I'm just making it a little of a sharper outline. Okay. And then I'm going to go and before I start this background part, what I want to do is I want to finish up her face to the best, you know, ability that I can. What I don't want is, now this is something great. I love these. This is from Pentel. It's Energel Liquid Gel Ink. And let me show you if I can find a piece of paper. It's called being organized, and I'm not. This, look how nice it writes. So smooth, very inexpensive. You can get a pack of these at Staples. So, and Walmart, I mean anywhere. And again, it's called the Energel Liquid Gel Ink. And let's see how close I can get. It won't. There you go. And it's from Pentel. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go over. I decided I'm going to make this a bit darker because I'm really not going to worry about the shading. And that's about it. Oh, you know me and my dog hair, because my dogs are always under my feet. And I'm going to darken up her eyebrows a little bit. And that I just kind of like draw little hairs. But because her hair is dark, it's kind of where I want to be. And you can do eyebrows whatever way you want. Now, she's going to look a little sassy, little, you know, I like doing dark art. And I know it's not, some people don't really like that, but I do. So I always like to do the darker colors. I try to be a very light and happy person. But dark art, like you know, sometimes I think we all have our little moments when it's like, and you can definitely, like, I'm just kind of like dashing, if that makes sense, as I'm doing that. Now I'm going to go around the eyes. Now here is, we have so far. And look how that brought those features out. Now you see around the eyes, I have it brown, where I drew the basic until I knew what I wanted to do. Now, technically, these are our eye, you know, where you'd put your eyeshadow and all that kind of thing. And they can be as big or as small as you want them to be. I think what I'm going to do is take a metallic color. Now you can use Folk Art, you use whatever metallic that you have. Folk Art, Craft, Delta, My Studio, Folk Art, oh, what's the other one I love to use? I can't even remember the other the other names, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You can get them in a million colors. Actually, I'm gonna the next giveaway. I pulled the giveaway winner today for the mixed media thing, but I think the next one I'm gonna do, the next mixed media box I'm gonna do, it will be some metallics, because a lot of people, surprisingly, from the emails I received from the last video I did, don't have metallics. And I understand that, because, you know, if you want to paint, you want to kind of do, you know, and you don't have a lot of money. You don't want to, you know, you want your basic colors. Now, I'm going to show you a very inexpensive thing that you can buy to make all your colors at home shimmer and have a metallic to them. And you don't change the bottle. You just mix it with what you squirt out and what you're going to use. And I'll do that in a bit. Or maybe I'll do a tip video with a few things. Because this stuff, I know, can get very expensive. And I'm just going to give a little glam to the eye, a little shimmer. And after I did this video yesterday, I can't remember when I did the video, but after I did it, I thought, oh, I should have shown you guys and used the shimmer additive so you guys could see. That's my dog back here shaking. You know, see what to do and what it is. But I will still show you. And I'm not worrying about perfection here. I just want to do a nice little eye. I'm doing this first so it dries. And I can see a little bit that this pupil's a little bit bigger. And with the metallic paint going over it, that'll help cut that down a little bit. And again, I usually use, I mean, it's hard for me to hold the paintbrush, but I do have a tool that I use for my circles to make it a little bit easier for me. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And I did do, I'm going to do it very quickly. Where is my, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit more of the, now you can use twinkling H2Os if you have them. Those are just as fantastic. I'm going to take a little bit of this that I use to color my lips and just kind of give them another little quick paint, because this has nice shimmer. And just kind of put it through there. And if you don't have this, just use your color, whatever color you want to do the lips. I just like it because when you look at it from a certain angle, you get a really cool shimmer. Okay. So we're going to kind of leave her like that. And have this come up just a little bit more. And again, like I said, my hands have been killing me, so I'm not really into the whole worrying about the perfection of it. I just want to play and have some fun. So now for the eyes, I'm going to wait for that to dry. And I'm going to rinse my brush off. Now you can do some really fun things at this point. We're just going to let this dry and I'll finish up the eyes in a minute. You can take I got this at Michael's. I actually had put this in a giveaway a couple giveaways ago because I had bought 2. And it's a crown. And I got it for $1 at the Michael's. So this would be a fun thing to put into, I would probably do like a bright pink or something to that effect. Or if you did her hair a different color, do it in black, whatever. And as something very, very cute, give her this really cool crown stamp. That's something you can do. Something else you can do is you can cut, if you have a Sizzix Big Shot or something like that, you can cut out pieces and add them to, add them to her. I like to take little beads and jewels and those kind of things and give her a necklace, which I might do. What else did I want to? Okay, wait, I'm getting there. All right. Here they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I got these on clearance. You can see clearance. It was $9.99. I got it for $4.99. And then I think Michael's had, you get 20% off of what the clearance and sale prices were. So I got these for probably like $3 a piece. So I'm going to take this one. And the Recollections brand, which I believe is a Michael's brand, kind of thing. And I'm going to, before I put on any type of quote, and always save these. These are like the acetate, and you can make little, if you have a Sizzix, or even if you don't, you can cut a heart out of this or a shape and use it as a mask. So, when you do things, which maybe we'll do in the next video. Okay. Now, what I wanted to leave her neck so long for is I want to, I think, write something in there. I'm not real sure. But for this, what we're going to do is I pulled a few colors. I pulled, which, let's see, and these are in the giveaway that Jacqueline just won. And I'm going to, continue to try and pick up these things because they're great. And these are great because they stack. So the more you have, you can stack them. So I have indigo and I have retro, it's called. And that'll kind of pick up a little bit. I want to see. And I also have, what color are you, sir? Imperial from Colorbox, which is right here. So I'm going to start. And I'm going to take my pad, my stamp pad. I'm going to open this. And I like to stamp on this, like this. Now, if you want it more grungy, just, don't worry about covering everything up. That way it's easier for me to put ink on stamps because of my hands, but, whatever works for you. And this is the easiest way. So down here, I'm just going to give it a nice stamp. And give it a good press. You can use an acrylic block. These are very sticky. And then lift it up. And look how dark and beautiful that is. Because I want all of this background to kind of disappear into the background. And I'm not going to re-ink it. I'm just going to go kind of up here. And you see how you get that? And it's just kind of coming to the forefront and everything's kind of going in the back. And here, I'm just going to do a little press and lift up. And we're just carrying this pattern. I'm not going to re-ink it. I'm going to turn it. I can still see where there's some. And I'm just going to kind of bring it up onto her body a little bit. And just take it and stamp. Like I said, that way you're not wasting your ink on there. Or you can stamp off on another piece of paper to begin your background. So that's kind of where that is. And I'm going to give this a quick wipe. Just to get that off because my arm it'll end up all over my arm. Okay. And then my dog's gagging. And then I think I'm going to go with a different color. And I'm going to use this one. Yeah, am I going to use this one? Shall I use this one? So the indigo obviously was blue. I'm trying to think. let's use this color, the, what's it called? Retro. And I'm just going to lay this down. Not going to worry about inking all of it up. It has a great, nice, deep etched surface. And you can also use this with clay, which would be nice. But I'm just going to kind of smudge it on. And the color is great. You can see it goes on really nice. And because this one down here is so dark, I'm going to turn it a little bit. I'm just going to kind of mellow it out a little bit and put a little color on there. And we're not going to see much of this one because it's so light. I'm just going to push down. Or you can put the paper on top of this. And let's see if you can see that. And then push down. Can you see a little bit of that coming through? Kind of hard to see on the camera. And then maybe I'll do, I want to kind of stay away from her neck as much as I can. We'll put a little bit there, and then maybe we'll do here and just push it on. Just to bring things out in the forefront. Now, like I said, that's not a very bright one. It's a subtle one on the dark background, but it's okay because you get to see little nuances of it. Now, here's where you have options. Some people, and I do this in a lot of my paintings, I love Titan Buff, which Titan Buff is a off-white color, like an antique white maybe with a little bit more brown in it. And you can go and you can push back some more of this color and put it on there and give it like a whitewash kind of thing if you don't want it as bright, which I think in this case I'm going to do, but that'll be last. I think now I might want to get the eyes going and done. And then go on from there to write what I want to write. And then we'll push everything back a little bit. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to trace these eyes. And because it's all like almost a 3/4 kind of face, if that makes sense, you don't have to worry too much. But do you see how it makes the eye pop? Can you see the difference? And you don't even have to follow the whole line. You can kind of just, you know, have it have breaks if you want it, or, you know, whatever way you want, just so it makes it pop out. And if you make a little mistake, you just color it in. Black eyeliner, hello. I'm going to go back in there, and then I'm going to take it. And that's why I use the lighter color. So if I use colored pencils or, you know, paint or whatever, I get that, you know, the poppiness, because we want to paint these white inside her eyes and kind of give that some color. And I'm going to show you that in a second. And I'm going to go in and wondering if I should, maybe I will use the darker brown. Let's see if I can get this to work. And kind of just get this neck, just so it kind of cuts that off. Now, white markers. You can use a gel pen. I'm trying to think of the brand. Sakura sells a great white gel pen. If I could find it. A jelly roll, rather. But I must have it. You can use a paint pen. You can use, let's see about this one here. The jelly roll from Sakura. There you go. And I go in, and if you don't want to use paint because you're nervous, just kind of go in, try to miss the black, or hit it with your heat gun or hair dryer, and go around to kind of shape those eyes a little bit more crisp. And you can see, now I'll give it another coat with my marker, but you can see the difference between this eye with the white and this eye where it's still a little bit tan. Is it a big difference? No, but it helps it pop. And you can use white paint for this as well, or a Sharpie paint pen, or whiteout, you know, that comes in the pens. Those work great. Those work great to write words. And I'm just kind of going over it smoothly. It would be smoother if I had a new one. I'm sure this is probably almost out of ink. Okay, so you can see how you can use the pen. Now, I can edit this a little bit here. Get some of that blue. I always wipe the tip off on, you know, like that to get anything off the sides. And then you can go back in and continue going on. You can also use, where is it? Which I love these white Faber-Castell Big Pit pen. It's white. You can get them at Michael's, AC Moore. Use a coupon. You can probably get it for maybe $3 or $4. And one of my favorite things in the world. I've already used one up. And you can go in, and that's what it looks like. Just a regular marker. And you can go in and use it, and you get much of a much better coverage with it. And don't worry if you hit a little bit of that bottom line, because you can go over that. And then, but a lot of people can't afford, like I said, use your white acrylic paint, or don't even paint in it. You don't have to. It's about having fun and learning. I just want to show you a few things that if you're looking for necessity. Why is there a mosquito in my room? Get away. If you're looking for a few necessities, I like this. I love this pen, this marker. I have a lot of the Faber-Castell markers. But now look how that makes the eyes pop. Not real thrilled with her mouth, but life goes on. Now, I'm going to give her a highlight. There's a million ways you can do highlights. I just like to do that. And just give her just little sparkles so she looks a little live. And then I like to wipe this off as well, like I did, just so it doesn't contaminate. And we're going to let that dry for a few minutes. So now is where we make a decision. Now, we can go on like this and leave it like this and say, okay, well, maybe we want to write something, or we want to, put a quote or what have you. Or we can write in her neck. You can do that. You can also do something that will probably, when I do it, make you a little crazy. But I like to teach these kind of things. And what I'm going to use is, I got this from Plaid. It's Folk Art acrylic paint, and the paint name is Parchment. The people at Folk Art Plaid sent me, they made my year. I've been going through so much hell with all these health problems and my kidneys and everything. And they sent me a bunch of stuff, and I will be forever grateful. And they are a fantastic company. They care about their you know, the people who, their customers, basically. I've had trouble with a lot of companies who don't. I've spoken about them many times. And, but this company really went above and beyond and really, really, really just made my day. It really did. So what I'm going to do now, you can go a little darker if you have, this is called Parchment. I also have Titan Buff, which is from Golden, and I love it. But I want to kind of, you know, blend this down a little bit. So what I'm going to do, because I still want this stuff to come through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some out. That was the paint, not me. Thank you. I'm going to take my big, these brushes are great, especially for this. I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to put it in here and get this. I want this kind of watered down. All right. And now for the fun. And just do part by part. And this is what this is going to do. Now, you know my Dylusions I sprayed. It's going to smear a bit. I'm not worrying about that. But I'm going to take a paper towel and work part by part. And I'm just going to blot some of it back up. And don't worry if you accidentally get some in the hair or whatever, because we can just go over it with black. But I want you to see the difference in the colors, how that made that so subtle. Now, if you like it being that bright, that's great. But this kind of gives it a subtleness to where those colors are still there. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to get more here. What we're going to do, yeah. And I'm kind of, and you can see it's kind of, you know, making that dye up a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to do this with my brush again, get some more, and just, it doesn't even matter what way you put it on, honestly. You just want to kind of get it on. Let's get it on. And we're just kind of doing that. And then we're going to go back and touch up with our paper towel. And now we're making that background really into the background. And you can see, because I did not use gesso and the Dylusions, let me just make sure I got up everywhere where I want. It didn't go away, and it didn't lift too much because it had soaked into the paper, which is ideally why I didn't do gesso, because it helps hold on to that. And Dylusions is a good one that, I'm just going to wet this a little bit more. Dylusions is a good one that, although you can reactivate it, it's one of the better ones that you don't lose all of that, if that makes sense. And now I'm just going to go over this one more time. It's a little too bright for me still around her head. And now, you just take your towel. I have old towels that I've, you know, that I can't use in the kitchen anymore, or the bath or whatever, and I rip those apart and use those. That would require me to have to clean this desk off next to me, which ain't gonna happen right now, so I use paper towels. Go to the dollar store, buy a cheap 2-pack for $1, and you are good to go. You don't need no fancy schmancy Bounty or whatever they are. I'll wipe up the rest of that white. Gonna get back here. And now can you see where we diluted our color? And I can go back in with my sponge brush, my little sponge here, and I can see I got some, you know, kind of picked up some of that white, and it's no big deal. But I can clean it off, or I can throw another coat of black paint on it, which is what I'll probably end up doing. But can you see how that really made that go into the background where she now is popping out? And I love that. You still have all this colorful background, but now it's the background and she's the center of attention. So some things that I like to do are, I like to take, oh God, my back, 1 second. My back hurts. I like to take a, what do I like to take? It means I didn't grab it out of my thing. Dang it. I like to take a little brown colored pencil. And of course, why would I have a colored pencil sitting here when that was on my plan? Okay. Let's move on for a moment, shall we? Okay. So here we go again. I'm going to write. Now, if you have stamps, okay, maybe I'll do that since you can use a stamp. I think I just stepped on my dog's head. Let me. Okay, we're getting there. Oh God, if I don't clean in here soon. I got these little stamps. I love these. They're Studio G. I think they're from Michaels. I love picking them up when I see them. Sometimes they don't have them there. Sometimes they do. And I love putting these in giveaways because you can just do so much. So let's think of a cool, let me get a drink of my water because I'm a little thirsty. Sorry. All right, what do we want to write? We'll do it in, that's what we'll do. We'll do it in the color box purple. If you do not have ink pads, use paint. Put it down on a piece of wax paper or your craft paper and just take a brush very lightly, like a dry brush, and brush on the colors. If you need me to do a video to show you how to do that, just leave a comment below and I shall serve you, my loves. I think I'm going to write, because I need this lately, a word. Let's see. I think I'm going to put be brave. Let me try to get all the letters out because, yep, it's me and things don't work out. See, I dropped it and I'm probably going to need that one. God darn it. Okay, I know I need an A and a B. Let's hope that I didn't. Let's see. That's an and sign. Is that going to be the E that I dropped? I do have a fantastic skill of picking up things. I have monkey feet that I can pick things up with. But as the IRA gets worse, or worse. And of course, it was the E on the floor. But I picked it up with my monkey toes. So we're going to put... I'm going to take my B and I'm going to stamp it. I really got to clean that. Okay, I'm going to stamp it. And I'm not going to worry if the edges get on there or it's funky. You'll see. I'm going to put it down here because I think I might put a necklace on her. A B? How fancy. I'm going to wipe that off for a minute. Do my E. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it on there. B. And why did I wipe my B off? Knowing I was going to need it again? Because my name's Kelly. And then I'm going to go B and R. This is riveting, isn't it? So riveting. R. A. A. That's why it's much easier to disconnect these and then have them in there. Okay, there is no A. Or I'm not seeing an A. Has to be an A. Everything was in the box. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Why Kelly? Why, hello there, A. And then I'm just going to do A. And see, it's not on point. Who cares? And if you want to have it on point and look all, you know, whatever, some people are... I have OCD. Not when it comes to this kind of thing, though. My OCD is ridiculous. I could sit here for days and tell you how ridiculous I am with my OCD. This is one of the places I am not OCD in. because I like to have fun. And if I give myself my OCD on this, I'll never do it. Now the E went off a little bit. Do I care? No. I'll go and use my, oh, I wonder if this is permanent. Let's try something. Let me show you what I do when I make mistakes. I wet my brush, and I'm going to go in here and wet this. Not caring too much. All right, this is a little permanent when it dries, so let me get up and then go over it again and just go a little closer. It's hard for me to hold these. And I still did it in the same place. How funny. Is that how you spell brave? Why does it look funny to me? All right, I need that to come off again because now it's really bothering me. Get off there. All right, if it goes there again, it's staying. Maybe I do have OCD. I don't know. Now I can go over it with the paint if I want. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over it with the paint because that's driving me crazy. It's only going to mess up my thing. So what you do in this case is take your face color. Look. This is why I do long-ass videos and people complain. Because I like to, you know, I made a little boo-boo there. What am I going to do? I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to put my paint over it. Doesn't matter that it's a little, oh, wrong color one. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to hit it with my heat gun or your hair dryer or just leave it plainly dry. And if you have bigger stamps, you know, I have bigger stamps as well, you can use those too. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want because it's yours. See, now you can see that the E is like way over there for some reason. So on here, it's way over there. That's the issue. It's like I can't guide real well because it's not in the middle. It's like at the end. Fancy pants. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without getting the edge on there. Why would they do it like that? It drives me crazy. So I'm lining it up, but it's still, but that's better. Be brave. We're good. Okay. No more obsession over the dang thing. And it dries a pretty purple. And I shall very quickly put these back in here. I usually keep these in little Ziploc baggies I get from the dollar store because they're much easier to get the colors. I mean, get the letters. Put these back in here. All right, we're not going to put these back in here now. All right. I also don't have patience. Patience, I don't have it. Just get away. All right, just, okay. You just go play over there. All right, so I'm going to hit this with the heat gun to make sure it's dry. And then I'm going to look for my little, oh, I thought I had some over here. Probably not. I had little gemstones, but apparently I'll use this instead. I'm going to do a little necklace on her. So I got my tape, and this is a glitter tape on sticker, like washi tape, but it's these kind of things. And I want to pull some of the pink out. So I kind of just want to give her like a choker necklace. So I kind of want to start there, and it's going to end there. So I'm going to cut that there. Double check because you never know with me. All right. And I'm going to peel. It just peels off. And, okay. And then I'm just going to kind of lay it down and try to get it So it looks like she has a little necklace on, a little choker, all fun. No big deal. And then I want to bring out a little bit more of the dark colors. So what I'm going to do is use the stencil again. I'm going to grab my stencil. I think I'm going to use the bubble one this time because you can still see. Now I want to just add the taddest bit of the bright pink. And what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do that is you can use your acrylic paints. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to give it a quick spray. Okay, now let's spray just like that. Real small, just to bring out some. I can even turn this over. And just lay it down and press it to get that opposite effect. And then maybe do a little bit. Let's see if I can stamp some more of this off here. See if I can brayer it off. Okay. I hate wasting. And these are Angie's Antics stencils. I'm trying to find my stuff out. And I just want some of that popping through. And then I'm going to take my other stencil that I used. And I'm going to take the same color. And again, you can use whatever you have. Paint, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do the purple now. Now here's something you can do as well. You saw me use the purple ink pad. If you don't have spray and you have an ink pad, or you have, like I said, paint, just kind of go like this. Okay. And that'll add some color. And then take it. And you see, you just want a little bit of that coming through. You don't need a lot of it. You could take it over here and give it a roll there, and it comes through really cool. And I want some down here. Let's see. Yep, came off. Love it. And you can see I still have some more on there. So I can take my, what I do with it? My little pad. I don't know what I did with it. Did I lose my little friend? I guess I did. Anyway, just push. If it gets dry and you need it to be a little damp, just give it a quick spritz. I'm going to spritz it over here a little bit. And I will push it down to get some of that off. Lift it up, and you got it. Take some up here. Off there. And lift it up. And you're just, like I said, adding a little bit more color. So that is with that. And I think she needs some color here. I'll just push down little parts of it just to bring some color. Now, if you want to put a queen hat on her like I showed that stamp, you can definitely go look for a clip art one. Color it, print it out, color it, size it, whatever you want to do, and use that. Or cut one out of a magazine, which is fun too. All right, I'm thinking, okay, all right, not hating, not hating. I like to wipe off. You can wipe off on your thing, on your paper here. Now I'm going to go back in with my white, whether it's paint or whatever, if you're not happy with the eyes, just to get that extra little bit covered. Sometimes it takes 2 coats. Okay. I'm going to take black. Where's the black? I'm going to draw in her. Let's see if I can get this going here. Yeah. I'm going to outline her lips. Now you can use red like I did the first time, but I want them to really kind of show. This isn't a realistic portrait. It's just fun. That's what we're having. We're having fun. Aren't you having fun? Don't you like clowns? And then I can color with my marker or paint or colored pencil or whatever you have just to fill in there. And that gives the definition to the lips. And then, do I want to give her a little bit of glittery eyeshadow? No. What do I want to do? Whoa, that is the question. Okay, I think I'm going to. This is a great thing to buy. They're color box. They come in these little pads. I'm going to take the yellow color. I mean the purple. What color is it? Oh, good God in heaven. No, I'm not going to do magenta. I'm going to do purple, I think. Let me see if I can do purple. Okay, I'm going to do purple. Just sit there, purple. Okay, now I need to find my small brush, which I think is in here. Let me draw my little small brush. Okay. I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm going to dip it on here just a little bit to pick up some color. And then I'm going to go in here and just lightly put a little bit of color. Now you might be better off to use a marker doing this than this, but that would mean I would have to get up and I need help getting in here and help getting out of here, so this is easier for me. And there you go. And you can see it just adds a little bit of, and I'll definitely bring it up so you guys can see it better. Once I get this cleaned up, which I'm going to do today when I'm done with this, I'll have a better, my camera will be better set up and all, because I don't know what the heck happened in here. But I've closed myself into a little teeny little space to work. Doesn't work for me. Again, using a marker or a watercolor pencil or whatever you have would be just as good. All right. And you can go and you can edge your paper by just taking this and giving it a little and you can frame these. You can do that with, you know, black, brown, whatever color you want. Just kind of, that's why the cheaper, I don't mind buying cheaper ink pads, because you, you know, you can kind of, you don't feel bad, you know, using them. Now this one's dried out, so I'll have to try some glycerin on that and see if I can get that back to shape. Okay, and again, I can see I went over it. I'm just gonna go like that. I'm not gonna worry too much. You can put eyeshadow, or I mean eyelashes, or whatever you want, but that is her done. Now I'm going to put a few, I don't know if I'm digging this, I must say. Let's see. Oh, it's stuck on there, but that ain't going nowhere. I'm going to put like crystals in between these so it looks a little fancier. That's what I need it to look. It's a little more fancier. But for the most part, she's done. And you can go over her hair and do this and that. The quote I want to put on, I'll probably need my bigger, what are they called? Alphabet stamps. I'm so out of it, sorry. Do you need the alphabet stamps? No, you can use, like I said, you can use your acrylic paint. You can use whatever you want. What would I put up there? Be brave. What could I put with be brave on top? That's why I always print stuff out, because I never can write good. I don't write good. I don't write good. Somebody help me. I don't even know if it's appropriate to say good. This is another mixed media paper that I made the other day. So I think I'm going to try this. If not, I'll just have to go over it. But I'm going to go in. I can see it's picking up. Oh God, if I don't spell this right. Well, that gives me a basic of, clean off my white, of the word. And I put believe. So I'm going to, now that gave me my basic, as you can see. And I know because I have the delusions on here, it's picking up, you know, because it's not permanent. Is it the end of the world? No. What we can do then is get some of the white. It's called Write On. No, white out. Oh, dear Jesus. Okay. And let's see if this works. And if this doesn't work, then I shall use white paint, but I'll do that off camera so I don't bore you. And we're going to get this little boy right. Oh, come on, little friend. Come on. All right. But I think maybe white paint might, yeah. Let's see. You just squeeze. And when you have RA or fibro, squeezing isn't the easiest thing to do. It makes me shake it. Maybe they'll just add some pizzazz. And she doesn't talk. Now you know how to get me to shut up. And obviously the longer you use it, the more it comes out. All right. Not bad, not bad. Now once that dries, I can go back and make it thicker if I want. But I'm kind of digging that. It's like almost like a hidden message. I do want to be a little bit thicker though. It just hurts. I just wish it would, yeah, I just gotta get it flowing more. I think I'm almost out of this too because I use this all the time. Yeah, there we go. But again, you can use paint. You can use whatever you want. That worked. Good. All right, and that's kind of the end of this one. I mean, it's pretty simplistic. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not for all of you guys who continue to write me and, you know, are just starting out. This is a great way to start out. You can do it on a canvas. You can do it on paper. You can write little things down here still. You can journal on here. You can write believe and trust in yourself and be brave and whatever you want to do. Now, I'm going to seal this. This is going to be up for sale. I'm going to start selling again. I get emails constantly. I used to sell all the time before my son died. And I used to do commissions all the time too. I've not done that in a long time since he's died, and I've been putting it off. But I have some things I've already done and things that I've finished, and I'm not going to charge like I used to $70 a painting because I want everybody to enjoy art and be able to do it. And I know I don't have that kind of money to spend on something, a painting that I would want. So, I'm going to start doing that and taking pictures and putting it up. So I'm just going to do a little fiddle faddle here and there. Like I said, put some gems in there and, Now, a lot of people say they don't like the neck area here ending. Now, there's several things you can do. This mosquito will not get out of my way. And if it gets in my water and I drink it, I'm going to be really upset. You can, of course, stamp more down here. You can write on here. You can do a lot of different things, you know what I mean, to end that, or you can continue drawing the shoulders so it kind of goes down that way. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kind of keep it so I can put Be Brave on there. That's something I wanted to do and believe. Now, we all have different beliefs. I'm Wiccan and pagan, but I think this can speak to anybody and whatever your belief system is. I think that the mosquito is going to end up in my nose or in my mouth, I swear. So, when people were asking me, how do you know? Because I kept saying I'm going to put something on here and I don't know what quote, and I'm a quote freak. I love quotes. But, try to keep it as, belief friendly as you can. I'm sure that if you truly believe, if you believe in the Bible, and I don't know what all that stuff's called in the Bible, but I'm going to call them quotes. Do not write me. Do not send me negative comments on this because I'm just not, I grew up in the Catholic Church, but I'm not Catholic. So, if there's like certain things that you like in the Bible, sayings or quotes or whatever they're called, you can, and you want to sell, of course you can put them on your paintings, but try to have other stuff of your work that is a more friendly, kind of quote. Like I said, believe can mean a million different things to a million different people without cornering yourself or somebody else into a corner of, if you believe differently than me, I respect your beliefs. Does that make sense? So I am a big quote freak and I do love doing quotes, but for this one, like I said, this is what I did, and I'm going to finish her up, and I will put her up on my site with a few other things, and I got some jewelry, and I'm going to try to sell again and try to get back in there because I've had that blocked since my son passed. I've not sold anything because I don't know. But I'm going to try again. So, like I said, that's about it. This is our first beginners, finished. Very simplistic, very easy. And the next one will be I'll put Angie's site below for the stencils. And the next one will be using 2 more of her stencils that she sells. And in a different way. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just ask. Like I said, I'm going to do a little of this, that on her and finish her up. And I hope you all have a great day. As always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And color outside the lines. Perfection does not exist. Enjoy it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Even if you have to use a piece of printer paper, it's just as valid as me doing it on this Bristol paper. So that's all I got to say. That's all my philosophizing today. And that's it. So I will talk to you later. And keep your eyes peeled because I have another giveaway coming up very soon. And I'll talk more about that in the next couple videos. So that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.